It's been an all right year. Could have been a little bit better. We got Elon Musk throwing up some weird hand signs. Denis Villeneuve did not get nominated for Best Director at the Oscars for Dune 2. And the Chiefs are back in the Super Bowl. So, could be going better, but moving on. Hey guys, hope the week's treating you well so far. We officially made it to nearly the end of January, so 1 month down. It got me thinking though, now that we're at the end of January, I've been thinking a lot more about resolutions and how to actually try implementing it this year. But first, let me hit you with a couple stats. In 2024, only 3 out of 10 Americans actually participated in saying they were even going to do a resolution. And that stat kind of carries over to this year as well. 43% of people are saying that they're not going to do a resolution at all. There's three main resolutions people are trying to make. This is all according to Statista. The first one was saving money. Second was eating healthy, and third was exercising more. Nothing really new with that. Stuff we've all kind of heard of before. That kind of got me into thinking resolutions in the US are now at a pretty all-time low. So something's definitely happening. I know, just speaking from my own experience, when I have made resolutions in the past, I'm not going to lie, I've really never followed through with them because they were often too vague or too ambitious to really make happen. And that's not saying there's anything wrong with having ambitious goals, but there was just no, I really kind of made very vague statements that I never wrote down. And so because of that, I didn't really have a groundwork to work with. So this year I'm trying something different. I actually made a board for myself. A couple of the goals are a little bit vague, but separately I've tried to pencil out a little bit more detailed ideas of really what I want to do this year for myself. But I feel like having like a physical representation really helps me remember. And another way to do it is doing like a mood board. That's something like my girlfriend did, where she kind of just got it was all visuals, so like stitching together different images of like what you want, whether it's traveling, work, all those different things where you kind of see yourself. And so it's really whatever works better for you. If you're more of like a visual person, that might help. If you like writing things out, try doing that. Going alongside with that, I want to give a personal example of like a goal I'm trying to do this year. So in May, there's a half marathon coming up, and I want to try running. Um, my running is not that great right now, and I've been pretty inconsistent, but I wanted to start doing it a lot more. I want to at least get in a few runs every week, and so I'm trying to stay consistent to that. And just setting goals for myself, like, like how much I want to try running, like what I want my mile time to be, stuff like that, all in a way to at least keep myself grounded. But I think having the goal of having a half marathon coming up gives me a lot more drive than just saying, "Oh, I'm gonna run more." Run more for like what? It's you're that might make you slow down if anything. So I think by trying to at least giving myself a goal of something I need to accomplish, kind of helps me better visualize it. Another example: if you're trying to exercise more or be healthier, you know, what does that practically look like? Well, it looks like, maybe starting to do meal prep, look up recipes that are super easy, that are healthy, but taste good and fit whatever your goals are, whether you're trying to gain or lose weight, and just make it something you can easily replicate and do every week. Stick to, a workout routine and a set amount of days you're going to try exercising every week. Whatever works for you, try best mapping out your goals around your lifestyle, and hopefully maybe you'll be able to have those intersect. I heard this really good quote: simplicity leads to consistency. And I think that's so true. I think we trip ourselves out most of the time by overcomplicating stuff, or when we set goals, we make it too massive rather than making little bite-sized pieces, or just taking steps each day. It's a lot easier to take one step than trying to take 5 steps a day. Like, you're going to get tired, you're going to burn yourself out. You can read all the lifestyle advice from other people of what they did and stuff, and there's nothing wrong with that. Like, you really just have to narrow down what works best for you. And once you're able to do that, hopefully that makes making real change in your life actually, possible. That's something I'm going to try working on this year. And yeah, I'm not saying by any means what I've done is perfect. I've slacked some days. I've, slept in. I've neglected cooking. I'm in the same boat. But I think that's it. But that's another big point I want to make. Kind of wrapping this up is even though you might set goals for yourself, know that you might not always be consistent with your goals. You're going to have slip up days. It's going to happen. But sometimes it's going to discourage you to want to stop because you'll be like, oh, I slipped up today. And then you know what? I slipped up yesterday as well. So what's the point of you? I'll try next week. And then you're going to and then it's going to become a cycle of, starting and stopping. And yeah, that's kind of about it. So that's something I'm gonna try doing, and hopefully it's something you guys can try doing. But yeah, hope you guys kill it this week, and yeah, just keep going.